Hello, and welcome to Oahu, here in Hawaii. Myself and several of the other staff at Pearl Harbor National Memorial would like to help you to see how you can best orient and find your way in exploring this significant site. Please watch these videos so you can see how to find your way out to the Arizona Memorial, explore our museums and watch the film, or connect with our partner sites.
Located here in Honolulu, Hawaii, you can reach Pearl Harbor National Memorial in a variety of different ways. You can, for instance, reach us here through public transportation, taking the bus or the Skyline rail system. You can also arrive through a rideshare program or taking a taxi or driving your own private vehicle. If you do arrive here in a private vehicle, you will have to pay a $7 parking fee. So when you walk into the park and you see a QR code, you'll scan that to take you to the website where you can pay the parking fee. We do also recommend that if you have booked an Arizona Memorial Tour program, please make sure you arrive here at least an hour ahead of time. So that way you don't get stuck in traffic and you don't get stuck at bag check while trying to enter the memorial.
Before you enter the park, you will go through security screening. Due to U.S. naval policy, no articles allowing for concealment, backpacks, bags and purses, etc. are allowed into the park. There is bag storage available on site for a fee. Any bags that you purchase here on site are good to go once you're inside. If you have any questions, feel free to ask a park ranger, or you can go to our website for our full policy.
We have a lot going on here. I'm going to share what you can do in the park and how to get there. When you go through security, you will see a large world map on the ground. We call this Aloha Court. Here you will find the Pearl Harbor narrated tour and virtual reality experience, the USS Arizona Memorial Program standby sign-up line, the information booth for the National Park Service, ticket sales for the USS Bowfin and Pacific Fleet Submarine Museum, the Battleship Missouri Memorial, and the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. This is also where you will meet if you have a reservation for the Ford Island bus tour. If you continue through security and you go to your left, you're going to find a walkway that will lead you to the waterfront. There's also the Pacific Historic Parks bookstore, the snack shop, 2 free museums, and the theater. Theater 1 will be where the USS Arizona Memorial Program begins. Theater 2 will show the free park film on the 15 and the 45 after the hour, beginning at 7:15 with the last showing at 4:15. If you continue to your right after entering security, you will have access to our partner parks, the USS Bowfin and Pacific Fleet Submarine Museum, the Battleship Missouri Memorial, and the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. These 3 museums have different price points, but they are all included in the Passport to Pearl Harbor ticket. Please note, the USS Arizona Memorial Program is not included in this ticket. The USS Bowfin and Pacific Fleet Submarine Museum can be accessed here on site, but the Battleship Missouri Memorial and the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum are located on Ford Island, which is a military installation. If you have military base access, you can drive yourself, but if you don't, you do have access to a free shuttle to the right of the Submarine Museum.
The sunken USS Arizona is the final resting place of over 900 sailors and Marines. Please hold yourselves to the highest standards while visiting this site. If you would like to visit and go on a boat tour, the programs run every 15 minutes from 8 in the morning until noon, and then from 1 until 3:30 p.m. In order to check in for the USS Arizona Memorial, you will enter through the security gates at the front of the park. You'll take a left and you'll go all the way down to the last building on the right. There you will find the theater. You will find 3 lines. The line at the right is the standby line. The line in the center is the reservation check-in. Line on the left-hand side is the line in order to access the theater to watch our park film. Reservations can be made on recreation.gov. If you are not able to attain tickets for a program to the USS Arizona Memorial, you are welcome to come to the park the day of your visit and join our standby line. If you missed your USS Arizona Memorial program, the ticket time cannot be transferred to another time throughout the day, and you will be directed to join our standby line. Regarding attire during your visit to the USS Arizona Memorial, this is a place of tremendous loss. Please dress appropriately. If you are a military service member and you plan to visit the USS Arizona Memorial in a military uniform, there are regulations in place requiring that you wear a Class B service uniform or better.
Reservations for the USS Arizona Memorial Program can be booked online at recreation.gov. Reservations are released 8 weeks in advance or the day before at 3 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Tickets go very quickly, so be sure to be logged into your rec.gov account early so that you're ready. Once you've finished booking, you'll receive an email with your reservation confirmation and QR code attached. Make sure to read all of that thoroughly because it contains valuable information about this program. We recommend arriving at the park 1 hour early in case there's traffic, if you need to store a bag, if you wanted to explore the museums, or watch the park film before your program. Once it's time for you to check in, you'll check in at the theater 10 minutes early. You'll be in the reservation check-in line with everyone else in your tour time. Your reservation time is the time your boat departs, so it's very important that you arrive to check in 10 minutes early at the theater. If you are unable to make your reservation, you will be directed to join the standby line. Reservations are only available online. There are no tickets that are handed out at the park. Park rangers are not able to make or change reservations. And if you are unable to make a reservation, that's okay. Just come to the park and join the free standby line.
I'd like to talk to you about a feature we have here at the park, and that is if you come into the park and you want to see the Arizona Memorial, however, you were not able to get reservations, well, it's a simple fix. You're going to come up next to our audio desk and you'll sign up for standby at these kiosks that we have here. These kiosks are self-explanatory. You walk up, you punch in your information, you will initially get a text saying that you're in the virtual standby line. And then hopefully not too long after you get the initial text telling you you're in the line, you will get the second text. When you get the second text, you will open up that link and there will be a QR. That will be your cue to come down and get into the actual standby line, which is located at the end of this walkway at the last building on the right.
Welcome to the Pearl Harbor National Memorial Theater. Here is where you check in for the USS Arizona Memorial Program. If you have a reservation, you will join us in the center reservation check-in line 10 minutes prior to that scheduled departure. If you do not have a reservation but are joining us in the standby line, please only do so after you have received that second text message from our digital standby system asking you to physically join the line here along the railing. Once we have you checked in for this program, please note that it is a 45-minute long program, about 15 minutes transit, 15 on the memorial, and 15 back again to the national park. During this time, there are no restrooms available, so please be sure you take care of those needs before you join us on the boat to the memorial. When we have you checked in, you'll take a seat in our briefing area for a short 5-minute orientation from the ranger before you head out to the dock on your way to the Arizona Memorial itself.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome aboard. Please find your seats as quickly as possible. Once everybody does find their seats, we will be getting underway. Please remain seated the entire duration of the boat ride. There will be no standing, walking, or changing seats at any point in time. In the unlikely event that we have an emergency on board, your life jackets can be located underneath the seats in front and behind you. At this time, please ensure your cell phones are on silent. Refrain from utilizing your social media or accepting any phone calls out of respect for the USS Arizona Memorial. We will be getting underway shortly. Thank you for visiting today.
Welcome to the USS Arizona Memorial. As we make our way inside, please keep in mind that we are visiting a place of quiet contemplation. So please use quiet voices during our visit. As you walk in, please take a look around. There's plenty to look at. We're able to see the remains of the ship right outside the memorial, but we also encourage you to visit the shrine room in the far back. Now, this room is where you will see the list of all of the 1,177 men who died on board the Arizona the morning of December 7th. It's really why we are visiting the memorial today. So please spend some time there, take a look around, ask the ranger any questions. Now, we do only have a short time on the memorial, so please keep an ear out, listen for the ranger's instructions for how to board your return boat. Now, we do thank you so much for coming out to pay your respects to the men of the Arizona.
Here at Pearl Harbor National Memorial, we have a Junior Ranger program. It's for kids and people of all ages, and inside are fun activities, like a word search and learning about the history. Once you've completed your program, come find any ranger, we'll check your work, and make you take the Junior Ranger oath. Once you've done that, we can issue you the Pearl Harbor Junior Ranger badge.
Thank you for exploring these videos. We hope you will feel better prepared as you plan your trip to come and see Pearl Harbor National Memorial. Remember, you can also learn more by exploring our website or visiting our social media platforms. We hope as you come out, you will be able to have an engaging and memorable experience. Mahalo.